Once upon a time, in a lovely kingdom, there lived a lady by the name of Daffodilia. She was merry, pretty, and more importantly, very tall. Although only 14 years old, she was already as tall as her mother. This made her extremely conceited, and she showed off her height to her best friend, Prince Brilliant.
Prince Brilliant! Prince Brilliant!
Stop screaming! I'm right here!
Oh! I didn't see you since you weren't in my view!
You aren't all that great at all. Just because you're tall, I'm way more smarter than you'll ever be.
And indeed he was. Prince Brilliant spent a lot of his time reading many books and studying about nature and all things logical. But such things bored Lady Daffodilia, and she would only yawn, which annoyed him very much.
Ah! Books and books. They say intelligence helps you see further than what's right in front of you. But you're so small, you can only look over the tallest ant.
Her mother, the Countess, turned to her angrily.
Daffodilia! That is no way to speak to a prince or anyone.
So, what if you're tall? A giraffe is smarter than you.
Brilliant! You will not speak to a lady that way.
Prince Brilliant started to pout. He and Lady Daffodilia always teased each other, but today she had got the upper hand.
Fine. You know what? I'll go away and won't return until I find a way to get taller than you.
Lady Daffodilia started to laugh, but as she saw her friend was serious, she stopped.
Oh, dear. I was only joking. Please don't leave.
But the prince only glared at her and walked away. She tried to stop him, but he wouldn't listen. The queen and the countess heard her crying and quickly went to her.
Sweetheart, what's wrong?
Prince Brilliant said he won't come back before he gets taller than me. Oh, don't worry, child. He will definitely come back. He just said that to tease you.
But Lady Daffodilia knew that Prince Brilliant meant what he said, and nothing could change his mind. And so, when evening came and the young prince didn't return, the kingsmen were sent around to find him. They searched for weeks and months, but he couldn't be found. The kingdom was left without an heir, and Lady Daffodilia without her best friend.
I'm the cause of this. I shouldn't have teased him so much. What do I do without him?
And so she stayed in her room and tried to read and learn as much as she could, so that she could become like him. But no matter how hard she tried, she always ended up jumbling everything and would always get very confused. One day, feeling extremely hopeless, she sadly went into the garden.
This flower seems to be dying.
I was just about to start with that one. A little magic from my hands and it'll be fine.
What magic? Show me right now.
Oh, you'll have to wait to see it.
Lady Daffodilia was soon curious about the way he worked and started to help in the process too.
Splendid, Your Highness. You may have some magic in those hands of yours, you know.
She didn't understand what the gardener meant, but over time, she soon learned how to grow beautiful flowers and plants.
Everything looks so beautiful.
Now, do you believe in magic?
She soon took all her sadness and turned it into love in the form of flowers. Meanwhile, Prince Brilliant had walked a long way. He was now tired, thirsty, and hungry, and had reached a strange forest where no one had ever been.
Oof! What is this? A spider web? Ooh, there are so many of them!
Oh, ho, ho, ho! And why shouldn't there be? This forest, after all, belongs to me.
Who is me?
Me is Mr. Longlegs. Now, how'd a dirty young little prince like you get to a place like this?
Little Prince Brilliant told Mr. Longlegs everything about himself.
And I won't go back until I get way more taller than that silly princess.
I see. This seems interesting. And since I know a way to help you, but it will take time. Maybe even years.
I don't mind. I'll wait as long as it's needed to get taller than Lady Daffodilia.
Alrighty. See that bush over there with the slightly rainbow-colored spider webs? All you have to do is jump into that bush.
That's it?
Yep. Jump in there and wait for me to come get you.
Prince Brilliant was very confused, but he was in such a hurry to get tall that he immediately jumped into the spiderweb bush.
Oof! That was so strange. Where am I?
Prince Brilliant had reached a very special and magical place. It was the place where dreams played and stayed together.
This place is beautiful.
Hello. Welcome to Dreamland. What's your name?
Me? My name is... I don't know.
Prince Brilliant had forgotten his own name. You see, the place was meant for only dreams and play. And the little prince knew only to study. He never played any games at all and considered them to be silly. He soon started to forget everything he had ever learned, and only dreamy thoughts filled his head. He played and played with all the dream spirits. He even forgot about Lady Daffodilia. One day, Mr. Longlegs came searching for the prince. He soon found him playing around and smiled as if pleased.
Oh, why, it's the little prince I saw long ago. It seems you aren't little anymore, huh?
What are you talking about? I saw you just 2 days ago.
Is that really what you think? My dear boy, you have been here for 5 years already. It's time you went home.
5 years?
I think it's about time you leave this dream. Whoop!
And within seconds, the prince found himself falling and falling.
Oh!
He dropped onto a lawn so soft and fresh in a garden which was astonishingly beautiful. I remember now. I left the kingdom to get taller than Lady Daffodilia. But I wonder if I have gotten taller. Just then, a young woman came that way. She was extremely beautiful and dainty in her way of walking.
Oh, Prince Brilliant.
Lady Daffodilia? They hugged each other warmly, and hearing their screams, the Queen and Countess hurried outside. They were ecstatic to see Prince Brilliant.
Ah, Oh, my son! You've come home!
And how you've grown!
Where have you been all this time? We searched and searched but could never find you.
Prince Brilliant told them all about his adventure. They all listened carefully to the way he spoke and acted.
What a funny tale! Well, whatever it is, we're happy to have you home.
But, my son, you seem to have become more sweeter than before.
Jolly? Spiders are all about pulling each other's legs. How do you think theirs are so long?
Did he just tell a joke?
Hard to believe, isn't it?
Whose garden is this? It's magnificently beautiful.
It's mine. I grew all of this. After you left, I was so sad, and I tried hard to learn and become like you. I read new things every day, but nothing ever stayed in my head. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm sorry for leaving you all alone all these years. I was in too much of a hurry to grow, but I found out that growing takes time, and you can grow in different ways too. Prince Brilliant looked at her and smiled. You are smart and amazing in your own ways. As brilliant as I may be, I could never grow a garden as magnificent as this. And I will never leave my merry and cheerful Lady Daffodilia again. You see, it really doesn't matter if one is taller or smarter. Talents of different kinds can be found in each and every person. While Lady Daffodilia had learnt to be kinder and had found her talent, Prince Brilliant had learned that studies don't really mean everything. A little fun is definitely needed to grow in the best way possible.